infection prevention and control. Please wash your hands.
Yes, hello dear learners. You're welcome to class today. Thank you for coming to attend this lesson. I'm Sister T, the Medical Academia Diplomat, and I will have to take you through obstetric anatomy. I request for the attention to obstetric anatomy and physiology. Yes, we have objectives for this course unit. So the first objective is we have to define the terms in obstetric anatomy. That is our first objective. But I would love to tell you that we shall keep defining the different terms as I introduce different topics and different subtopics to you people. That is our first objective. The second objective is we have to describe the anatomy of all body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. That is our second objective. The third objective is we have to explain all the functions of the parts of obstetric anatomy as related to the physiological changes that occur during pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. The fourth objective is we have to demonstrate all the procedures related to the different obstetrical parts. We shall be able to demonstrate, but as I demonstrate for you people, if I demonstrate any procedure to you, you also have to do a return demonstration. But we shall always demonstrate relating what we are demonstrating to the obstetrical parts, and it shall relate to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium, because the course unit, once again, I told you we are looking at is obstetric anatomy. And lastly, we have to apply the knowledge and skills perceived here to the clinical area. Meaning that when we demonstrate, when we give you knowledge, you must apply it when you go to the wards to serve humanity. So those are our 4 objectives. Is it fine for all of you? Okay. So we shall start defining what is anatomy, because the course unit is obstetric anatomy. Obstetric anatomy, what is anatomy? Anatomy is the study of body parts. Study of body structures or parts is anatomy. Of course, you know the definition. And physiology, because in our objectives we have to explain the functions of the parts of obstetric anatomy related to the physiological what? Changes. So we have to also understand what physiology is. Physiology is the study of the functions of the body parts. Then we need to define obstetrics. What is obstetrics? My dears, what is obstetrics? By definition, obstetrics is the branch of science that deals with pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. Simply that. A branch of science that deals with pregnancy, labor, and puerperium is something to do with obstetrics. Obstetrics is something to do with pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. But when we talk about obstetric anatomy, we shall define and say it is a branch of science that deals with the body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. The branch of science that deals with the body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. That is obstetric anatomy. All right, dear learners, we have to now start defining as the objective said. By the way, those are general objectives for the whole course unit. The first one was to define the terms that we shall use. Much as I told you that I'll keep defining, let us define these ones for a start. Anatomy is the study of body structures or body parts. When you look at the third objective, we have to look at the physiology of those body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. So we shall define physiology as well. So physiology is defined as the study of body functions because of that third objective. Then, of course, every one of us has to understand what obstetrics is. Could you be knowing what obstetrics is? It is a branch of medicine that deals with pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. It's a branch of medicine or a branch of science that deals with pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. But now look at this. We have to define obstetric anatomy because it's a course unit. We defined anatomy, physiology, obstetrics. We now have to define obstetrical anatomy. Obstetric anatomy is the study of body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. Obstetric anatomy is the study of body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. Because we defined anatomy, and now we have defined obstetrics, and now we have defined obstetric anatomy we have intermarried the two definitions for anatomy and obstetrics. Okay, we are saying body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. Now, I'll need to ask you, what are those body parts as related to pregnancy, labor, and puerperium? Yes, the body parts are, we have the pelvis. We start with the pelvis because it's the one that has almost all the other parts that we have to look at. For example, when we look at the pelvis, we also have to look at the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is found inside the pelvis. We also have to look at the female and male reproductive system. It's the female reproductive system that is found in the pelvis, as we shall see. But as well, we have to look at the male reproductive system. In obstetric anatomy, we also have to look at body parts like the fetal skull. We shall have to cover embryology, an important topic. Actually, we shall need to study how conception takes place, what happens, how do parts develop, and all that. Yes, we shall look at the breast because it is accessory to the female reproductive system. The breasts are accessory to the female reproductive system. As we introduce that topic, I'll really make you understand why we need to study the breasts as well, because the products of the female reproductive system actually are connected, and we use the breasts, as we shall see. But that is a body part that we need to study in obstetric anatomy. We have to look at the female urinary system, not the male system. We shall look at the female urinary system. Reason being that the bladder and urethra and they are all found in the pelvis, and they are related. They affect pregnancy, labor, and puerperium, and also pregnancy, labor, and puerperium affects the renal system. So we shall need to look at that. Is it okay, class?